With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, Week 1. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. Mayfield on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. Folks, remember this, his first NFL game, a rookie getting playing time here in Week 1, and he comes through with a giant play there, an interception return for, obviously, his first NFL touchdown.
Do you think he dreamed that last night at all? No chance. Not one whatsoever, but he got it done.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
A 56-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about. But I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 54 yards. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails,
and the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Chuck Clark in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield now. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. On is Jamie Gillen to punt this one away.
For the Browns.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get to the marker. And that's a turnover on downs. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing, Mayfield. This will be caught inside the 10. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
1st and goal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal. At the Ravens.
21-0 our score after 1.
The end of the first quarter with the score Ravens 21, Browns 0.
3 yards remain for second down. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns get a score closer. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2 yards.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Jackson now off the bootleg. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his first NFL reception, goes for 6 as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Gain of 27.
A very solid gain of 27. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Austin Hooper, Pro Bowler a year ago, the intended target, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Jarvis Landry, Pro Bowl wideout, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
18 on the play.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 17-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Mayfield. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first.
The 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Browns first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield looking deep for Jennings. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 33. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 49-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Jackson rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And finding the tight end, Hooper. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards on
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 45-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And less than a yard.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Here's Mayfield. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Pick up on the play. And it's
got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Cleveland.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tavon Young. The 40, the 30. 10, 5, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Ravens.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he completes it to Hunt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now Brown, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to? But this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a second down and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now the 3-time Pro Bowler. Here's Mark Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
That he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say, those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to first and 10. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down and 4, Jackson. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Parker, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Don't say nothing. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Come on, D.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Dobbins, the ball carrier.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play in the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the interception, Mayfield completes it to Jennings. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
First down, Cleveland.
Mayfield on play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
RG3 going to bring the Ravens up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Mike 29. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
A first throw for the backup Griffin. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from the 1. Now a toss left side for Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And this offense is running away with this one. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
5-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Marlon Humphrey on.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10.
Double tight, guys.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield looking deep for Jennings. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Gary.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Browns on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He finds Beckham, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 26. That third down conversion good for 23. A first down throw for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going to the air again with Mayfield. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Griffin on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Griffin on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, we got four down. Watch 42, check 40.
And they take a knee.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football,
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Ravens, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go.
Running it back, never a cap, out of the draft, watching me bow. As soon as I snap,